in a group of people, 28% of the members are young while the rest are old. So in a group of people, 28% of the members are young while the rest are old. So now what we can say that young is how much? 28%. And the remaining is old. So what we can say that old is how much? The remaining, which is 72%. The remaining 72% are old. Now if 65% of the members are literate, so now the literate are 65%, which means that the illiterate, right, that illiterate will be how much? Remaining, which is 35%, right? Now, and 25% of the literates are young. Among this 65%, 25% are literate. 25%, that means 1 by 4th of 65. So 1 by 4th of 64 is 16, and 1 by 4th of 1 is 0.25. So this is 16.25%. Of this 65%, 16.25% are basically the young one. Definitely the remaining will be the old one, right? And that are literate. Now the question is, then the percentage of old people among the illiterate is nearest to. The old people illiterate is what percent, right? So now we know that the total are 35% is the literate. Among here there will be some young and the some old one. So if total 28% are young, and out of this 28%, 16.25% are literate. So what we can say, we can, this is the literate one and this is the illiterate one. So we know that 16.25% is basically the literate one, right? So 16.25 is literate. Illiterate is 28 minus 16.25, which is basically the 11.75%. 16 plus 11 is 27, and 0.25 plus 0.75 is 1, which is 28, right? So now if 11.75% are illiterate, so among this 35%, the young who are illiterate is 11.75%, right? And the remaining, so 35 minus 11 is 24, but here we'll write 23.25% that are illiterate and that are the old one. So what we can say, 23.25% is illiterate and that are old. Among old, 23.25 are illiterate. The question is, then the percentage of old people among the illiterate. Among the illiterate, how many percent are old? So total there are 23.25 are basically the illiterate and that are old of 35 into 100. So if you do not bother about this 0.25, so just, or what you can do, just let us say if you multiply here with 4, what we will get is 4 times of 23 is 92 plus 1 is 93. So if we take 93 and 4 in denominator also, what we'll get is 140 into 100. From here we can say that the if you know that the 10% is 14, 14 7 j is 98, 14 6 j is 84. This is somehow around 60 to 70%, but the answer is 62 and 66, in between 60 to 70. So as we know that the 60% is nothing but 84, right? And what will be the 5%? 5% will be the 7, which is basically 91, and this is 93, more than 65%. So more than 65%, we have answers 66%. Got my point, right? So 23.25 by 35 also you can calculate here, or you can calculate here also. So the answer will be 66% approximately, right? Thank you.